Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Sunday is World Elder Abuse Awareness Day, and the Big Sandy Area Development District is recognizing the day early. And teens from around the world, the best of the best, are coming to Ashland to compete in a youth golf tournament.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning and a happy Friday to you, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this June 13th. We are just about at 5 o'clock this morning, which means it's time to check on in with meteorologist Megan Duswald. Megan, it's Friday the 13th.
Oh my gosh, I did not realize it was Friday the 13th. Well, I guess it's a good start to your Friday the 13th, right? At least those temperatures aren't a little spooky. Let's take a look outside the door as you're heading out. Even seeing some very warm temperatures. Monticello is already at 72 degrees, and we're just going to keep on warming up as we head into the afternoon. High temperatures for the day in the mid to upper 80s. Seeing a little bit chillier temperatures as we head into our Virginia county, seeing upper 70 for Wise County. Now here's a look at that visibility out there. Still seeing some fog this morning, so drive carefully if you are heading out, especially towards Lee County, Virginia. Here's a look at that live pinpoint Doppler radar. All is clear this morning, but just a reminder, we do have that rain that will be returning as we're heading into the afternoon and evening hours, even seeing some storms returning into the forecast. Here's a look through the next 12 hours. As those temperatures do warm, you'll be seeing the mid 80s around that 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock time frame, seeing storm chances continuing as we head into the late evening hours. Amelia.
Sunday is World Elder Abuse Awareness Day, and the Big Sandy Area Development District is celebrating early, bringing its partners together in Johnson County. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has a look at this annual event.
The Big Sandy Area Development District is bringing the topic of elder abuse out of the shadows and into the light.
There is a stigma with it, and you also have seniors who feel like if they report it, that they're going to lose any help that they've got already. So sometimes they will put up with it because they don't want to lose their support. The
2025 World Elder Abuse Awareness Day event brought seniors from several counties and those who work alongside them to Paintsville Lake Thursday.
People from all throughout the Big Sandy region come here today. We provide information on elder abuse awareness. We have guest speakers come out,
bringing information and resources to the community and sparking a conversation about how to best care for elderly neighbors, even taking the cause to the area classrooms with a poster contest honoring the late Steve Jones, one of the founding members of the Big Sandy Elder Abuse Council.
So besides them having fun doing this, this is also something that's educating them as they grow older, as they see maybe an elder been abused. They know who to call. Hey, this isn't right.
Those involved say it served as a way to bring seniors together, to see their advocates working together, and to remind those advocates that they have an important job.
We like to get the information out. Everybody is a mandatory reporter. So if you suspect somebody is going through some abuse, you have to report it. So we like to get that information out as well.
Preparing people to protect people. In Johnson County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, if you do need to report an instance of elder abuse, advocates say you should call 1-877-KY-SAFE-1. That's 1-877-597-2331. Folks in the mountains are getting on social media to discuss Kentucky Senate Bill 181. This bill says local school boards must designate one or more traceable communication systems across their district, which means students, staff, or volunteers are to exclusively communicate electronically through one of those programs, and unauthorized electronic communication like text or social media is not allowed.
It basically was a protective measure that was unanimously passed by the House and the Senate and signed by the governor to make sure that, inappropriate messages weren't sent from schools to minor children.
We have more details about what schools throughout the mountains are doing to comply on our website, WYMT.com. In Madison County, text to 911 service is now available. It allows residents to send a text message to 911 when making a voice call, which is not possible or safe. It's particularly valuable for people with speech or hearing disabilities. To use it, you just use your phone's built-in messaging app, enter 911 in the to field, describe your emergency and your precise location, keeping your messages concise and avoid abbreviations. You're also asked to not send photos, videos, or emojis. A man is suing several Louisville police, the mayor and the city of Louisville, after he says he was unlawfully detained and assaulted. A new legal filing says it happened in May 2024 when Thomas Sander went to a store. He says Mayor Craig Greenberg ordered officers to clear the area for an upcoming public event. And when Sanders got there, police were stopping people and demanding identification. Sanders claims he was arrested after an officer told him to leave.
He asked questions. He's being detained. The key question is for what? This is a public sidewalk. He said he pays taxes. One officer told him you don't pay taxes.
Sanders is suing for unlawful detainment, false arrest, excessive force, and racial discrimination. The mayor's office says the allegations are false. Teens from around the globe are converging in Ashland to compete in a youth golf tournament. The annual Bluegrass Junior Golf Tournament hosted its second day yesterday. Matthew O'Connell, tournament director of the American Junior Golf Association, says proceeds from the event help fund 13 golf programs in the area. Organizers say one of the main goals of the tournament is to give the players potential exposure for colleges.
To this point in their career, they've put countless hours and sacrificed a lot of things, and the parents have sacrificed a lot of things to help them get here, and we want to make sure that they get the right platform to showcase their abilities.
The tournament wraps up today with a champion crowned in the boys and girls division. This year's tournament features an Eastern Kentuckian, Athena Singh, and she's from Moorhead. In Boone County, West Virginia, a road was closed after a rollover crash involving a tractor trailer hauling a military vehicle. That crash happened around 10 o'clock Wednesday night in the Girardi Mountain area on State Route 3. That road has since reopened. No injuries were reported. With the immediate emergency over from the chemical leak at the Austin Power Plant in MacArthur, Ohio, the company is now answering questions about what exactly happened. Around 3,000 gallons of nitric acid leaked at the plant, forcing a major evacuation order Wednesday. Now the company says it was a chemical reaction that caused the leak. The company says it was a situation where the chemical was vented out of its system and into the atmosphere. The future is uncertain for legal help for people facing eviction in Tennessee. In 2024, Legal Aid of East Tennessee took on nearly 600 cases, all for free. In all of its eviction cases, they had a 90% success rate of keeping the eviction off of someone's record, making it much easier for people to rent again in the future. Their funding ended May 31st. Now, those 600 cases, they can only take half, but the amount of evictions is staying steady.
Fortunately, the demand has not really slacked off. We've still got plenty of people that are on each week's eviction docket. I think one a couple weeks ago had about 250 cases.
Just last year, they had about 8 staff members. The program did receive $100,000 from the city of Knoxville. They're using that money to keep 1 attorney and 1 paralegal on staff, drastically cutting the caseload. Governor Andy Beshear had a Team Kentucky update yesterday. Some of the things he talked about during that briefing included last year marking a new record year for tourism in the state, with more than $14 billion generated in economic impact. The governor also talked about real IDs, saying more than 39% of Kentuckians have obtained one. That's up from 33% at the end of last year. We'll have more from his update, including tornado reports, coming up at 6.